Demon Girl, Chapter 7. I woke the next morning before it started, eager to go out and meet up with Wolf and Fox, eager to make some new friends. There was some relief with how they seemed so mysterious, like I wasn't the only one hiding something, not the only one covering up who we were. I glanced at Star, who was sleeping soundly, which was good. It was 6 in the morning on a weekend, and I was prepared to spend all day sitting at that park in hopes of meeting my almost new friends. I quietly get dressed for the day, a comfortable pair of jeans and my newly stitched up purple sweater. She didn't do a good job of making the stitch invisible, but it made me happy that it wasn't. I didn't want to just ignore the past. I wanted to overcome it, and if that means wearing that on my sleeve, quite literally, then it's fine. I smile and run my finger over the stitch on my sleeve, admiring her work. It was well stitched up, strong, sturdy, just not invisible. I quietly leave the room, and then after brushing my hair, I head out the back door, taking a moment to breathe in the crisp morning air and bask in the almost silence of the still asleep city. I put my hands in my pockets, flinching when I feel the handle of a multi-tool. I sighed and pulled it out, knowing our mom maybe thought it was mine when she did the laundry last. It was Clinton's, or Carl's, from the first big fight. I had forgotten I even had it. I just didn't want them to. I put it back in my pocket for now. Maybe when everything is over, I can return it to them in good spirits. I hop on my bike and take my time to get to the park. It was still really early after all. I just watched the sunrise color the heavy cloud cover in beautiful hues of reds, oranges, and pinks. It was beautiful. I watched as I passed some familiar houses, some old trees that gave me the creeps for too many reasons, and then the nice open field that led to a park at the end. I hopped off my bike and locked it up at the racks just to admire the sand under my feet as I walked over to the swings. Something that gave me a freeing feeling, much like flying did, without showing my wings. As I sat down, the swing was cold. It sent a shiver through my back and my hands once I grabbed the chains. But it was still nice. I was swinging for about an hour, enjoying the soft breeze that picked up and carried me back and forth, until I heard 2 pairs of footsteps approaching behind me. I thought nothing of it. It was just a common park, after all. Maybe it was Wolf and Fox finally arriving. All those peaceful thoughts before I heard them get closer. A heavy set of footsteps followed by one slightly lighter, then laughter. That same wicked laughter that poured out of Clinton's lungs. I kept sitting there on my swing, staring at the sand with my eyes darkened, my body fighting with itself. Transform and scare them off. Don't transform, it might not be them. Do something, they're going to kill you. Don't do anything, it's probably a coincidence. Act, don't act. They got closer. The footsteps, the laughter. It grew unmistakably, but it sounded happy. Less psychotic-like it did when he had that knife plunged deep into my chest. But he could have another. They got closer and closer. No, I couldn't chance it again. I don't want to die. I heard his laughter echo deep in my ears, and I threw myself off the swing, my hand already gripping the multi-tool in my pocket in some defense of keeping my demon form at bay, some sort of way to show I wasn't defenseless without showing what I was. I closed my eyes, flashes of the fight flowing through my mind as I spun myself around, sand flying around me as I landed on my back. I swung my hand out of my pocket with the multi-tool tightly grasped in it. I heard the click and felt the push as the knife extended outwards towards whoever was approaching me. But the footsteps stopped on the other side of the swings. They didn't even hit the sand yet. My eyes stare up at Wolf and Fox wearing the same costume as they did yesterday, with fear ridden in their still yet silent bodies. "Emma," Fox said, taking a hesitant step towards me. I could see a blur of what I expected. Me holding the knife up to Clinton and Carl. But I could also see what really happened. Me holding a knife up to who I wanted to call some new friends. I felt tears flood my eyes as I quickly drew the knife back and fumbled to put it back into its safe position. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I say quickly, trying to hide the fear in my own eyes as I look between them and the knife. I didn't mean to, I was just scared, I'm sorry. I quickly shove it down into my pocket and stand up just as fast. I'm really sorry. Why did you do that? Wolf said, quickly walking in front of Fox, his arm outstretched in front of him to block him from me. I felt my blood run cold as he protected his friend. protected him from me. I just stare up at them with my hands shaking. I was bullied a lot, and I know that's no excuse to just pull a knife out on you two, but I got scared. I thought I heard one of my bullies, and I acted. I am so sorry. I couldn't help the tears that ran down my face. Angry and scared tears. I was so scared how I just totally lost the small chance I had at making some new friends. And angry that I let not only Jason and Devin get the better of me, but now Clinton and Carl. "What happened?" Fox said, gently pushing Wolf's hand away from him. "So much," I mumbled, putting my hands deeper into my pockets. "They attacked me and my sister so many times, singling my sister out to get to me. They stabbed me just 2 days ago in front of the whole school. All that chaos with those students yesterday was to congratulate me on being alive." "Why do you seem so sad about it?" Wolf said, his voice kind of snarky as his hand lowered. "All I can think of is my bullies and how they're doing." "That's weird," Fox said, quickly looking up at Wolf. "Yeah. Why do you care so much about someone who almost tried to kill you?" I looked down, rubbing my arms, a little awkward with the questions, but I felt they deserved to know, especially with how this just started. "Because I don't think they're just bad people. There was something he said, a slip in his words that made me wonder why he was doing this all over again. And it starts to make sense if I think about it." I run my fingers through my hair and try and rub away some tears. "My mom wants to sue them, but I want to figure it out first." "What did he say?" Fox says, looking up at Wolf, gripping his arm tightly, and it was easy to notice the tight fists that Wolf's hands were. "Something about... Oh God, how do I say all this without showing them what I am? Telling them anything? Jeez. If I wanted to make a change around here, being more open about my demon form would be good. I'm sure if they somehow went to our school, they'd hear about it. Or even if they didn't, with how outgoing Star is, I'm sure the whole city would know soon." "Okay, so... please don't freak out. Please don't hate me. I'm not what they say I'm like. All I want to do is protect my sister. I'm good, I promise. All I try to be is good, but..." "Well?" Wolf said quickly. Even through his mask, I could sense his eyes glaring into my soul. I take a calm breath in and show my wings. Only my wings. The rest would scare anyone else off. I could see them both flinch and take a step back. "I'm a demon, and my bully said something about another demon when he was attacking me, so I want to know if there was someone else out there who hurt him. Obviously, if there was, there would be reason behind attacking me, taking it all out on me, hurting me the way he did. And not just another bully who hates me in general." "Why are you going through all this for people who almost killed you?" Fox said, the emotion in his voice apparent as he took a step towards me, quickly being jabbed by Wolf before they both looked at me. "Because I don't want to ruin their lives suing them. I don't want to ruin anybody's life again. I just wanted to protect my sister. I just wanted to show that not all demons can be bad, but here I am again and again, having to use my magic to protect me and my sister from people who want us dead." I yell, my anger getting the better of me, my magic already too close to the surface to hold back my horns and tail as they quickly form. I still had tears streaming down my face slowly. I just wanted to protect her. "Oh man," Fox said softly. He looked up at Wolf and then took a soft step towards me onto the sand. "Well, I think it's nice that you seem to care." Fox walked closer to me with his arms out for a hug. I didn't really want to say no. I needed the hug, and it was nice to see they can move past this. He hugged me gently, but the way he looked back at Wolf, who was still just standing there, it sent a flood of tears back to my eyes before he sighed and looked at the ground. His mask shifted slightly before he tilted it back up, pinching the bridge of his nose before he looked back up at us. Not all demons can be bad, huh? I nodded softly at his words, my wings dropping to my sides, my tail curled around my leg nervously. It was my dad's goal, too. He was killed by a bad demon. Wolf's shoulders relaxed by my words, and I felt relief as he looked at Fox and slowly walked closer. I hope you can convince them to stop. You seem nice, Wolf says softly, his head tilting up to look at me and then back at Fox. I'm sorry, Fox said softly. I felt a cold chill run down my spine as his words reached my ears. His familiar voice sends my magic haywire as my tail slowly and cautiously unravels itself from my leg, just to stay stiff behind me. Wolf just looked at me, a calm demeanor as my eyes widened and turned black. I gently pushed Fox away from me, my hands shaking and hot with the magic bubbling under them. I didn't hear them wrong at the start. Fox turns his head quickly to look at me as I take another few steps back from them, my feet sinking into the sand below me. I slowly put my hand back into my pocket, trying to be as slow as I could. Emma? His voice sent a shiver through my spine, anger bubbling in my blood. Wolf took a step towards me as he spoke, and that's all it took. That one strong, sturdy step. I quickly and calmly drew the knife out again, staring him down as I clicked the button. What the... I say lowly, the last word lost in a gust of wind as I curse. It was something I did so rarely and never around Star, but as I stared into his mask, my anger bubbled up more. I had no care for speaking proper. Wolf sighed and took off his mask, looking down at Fox. I didn't need their masks off. Carl blew the cover for them, speaking so close to me, speaking so clearly through his mask, right by me. Clinton sighs and looks between me and Carl. It was like he knew I was conflicted, like I knew I wasn't going to attack them, and he didn't need to see me shaking to tell. Carl looked up at Clinton, slowly took off his fox mask, and looked up at me. My wings slowly span outwards as I gripped my teeth. You were tricking me. My heart spiked, magic coursing through my blood. You just tried to kill me. This was an attempt to finish the job, wasn't it? I continued to shake as I pointed the knife at him. He sighed and gently rested his hand on Carl's head. Not anymore, Clinton said calmly. Then it was just an attempt to learn more, just like you. I felt my jaw tighten as I watched his lips move, analyzing everything about his face as he just talked. Confliction grew as there was no sense of lies, no tinge of deception. But I understand now. He took a slow, cautious step towards me, and my shaking hand slowly lowered the blade. I still held it tightly in my hands as I stared at him, noting every single movement he made. Emma. I watch as he slowly raises his hand and gently places it on my shoulder. I am so sorry. Tell me why, I say, a plead in my voice as it cracks. Please tell me why. I still grip the knife so very tight. I deserve to know, damn it! I deserve to know why you almost murdered me and my sister! I say, glaring at him, my jaw tight once the words leave my mouth. He slowly lowered his hand and clicked the multi-tool into its safe position. My brother has won. Carl and I had matching emotions on our faces as we looked at him. He almost killed me, and did kill my father. our expressions filled with empathy as he looked down, leaving the tool in my shaking hands. My wings softened behind me. Emma, I am so sorry. I know that doesn't mean anything compared to all of what I did to you, and Friday was a low, but that is no excuse for what I did. There was a silence as his words filled my mind. If you need me to leave forever, run away. No, I say quickly, a flood of guilt running through me. Don't, please, I don't want you going through that, I say with an awkward chuckle. All I ask is that you try and change the minds in the school about what happened. A flood of anger surges through me as the thought races through my head and out my mouth. And stay the hell away from Star. He takes a calm, yet startled step back and nods. Another wave of guilt causes me to softly put the tool in my pocket and rub the bridge of my nose. At least until we're all better from this. Carl opens his arms with a soft smile. I know it's not much to offer, but... He looks up at me with kind eyes. Can this be a start? Yeah, kiddo, I say, opening my arms to accept his hug. Emma? I flinch as I see Star running over, her bike locked up beside mine in the distance. Once she noticed who was beside me, her eyes flashed with panic and then confusion. Well, confusion might be an understatement. She looked at me with disbelief and then at Carl as he stopped hugging me and stood behind Clinton. What is going on? She stopped and slowed down beside me. Clinton politely takes a good few steps back from Star as she gets close. Well, they were Wolf and Fox, I say, softly looking between them. And we're good now. How? Star says, looking in shock. Long story, I say with a calm yet kind of proud smile. But I do have one question, I say, turning back towards Clinton and Carl. What happened? Clinton sighed and rubbed the back of his neck. I was taken for a psych evaluation. They upped my meds and harsher therapy schedules, but that was it. Oh, and out of school suspension for a week since our mom begged them to keep me in school. Carl's just got the week suspension. He messed up Carl's hair with a soft smile. That doesn't seem... A job Star as she starts talking. I had already understood how quickly people would have seen his point of view, followed by his words, I saved the school, and I protected them all. Okay, I say calmly. I look back at the bikes with a soft smile. Well, I guess I'll see you around then. I guess so, Clinton says with a weak smile on his face. Heading out? Yep, I got a fun thing planned. I waved them goodbye and quickly walked with Star away from them. Emma? Star looked at me and the confusion grew on her face. Star, I say softly, looking at her and unhooking our bikes. I made some friends today. She looked back behind the both of us. That's good, Emma, she said with a sigh. You are really going to have to explain all of what happened when we get home. Oh, and what's this fun thing you've got planned? My smile grows on my face. A weight lifted off my shoulders as I hook my helmet on. Let's go explore those alleyways. Her eyes lit up as she smiled at me. Nothing is going to stop us, corner us, anything. We can go explore those broken trees, those bright and ripe berries. We can go get lost. We can just go. Who the hell is going to stop us? I felt a soft laugh flow through my lungs. And at school, Star, at school it's going to be so much better. Star, I made amends. We are free from them. I rested my bike, but gently placed my hands on her shoulders, unable to hug her like this. We have gotten something we haven't before. And what's that? She said, a warm, bright smile on her face as she admired and appreciated my smile, my genuine happiness. Freedom. So let's go enjoy it while it lasts. What? She says, her smile flinching away. Star, nothing this awesome is going to last forever. What are you waiting for? She sighs with a soft smile. Okay, let's go. She pauses as she puts her feet on her pedals. Going to change back? Nope, I say with a growing smile. Star, I just exposed my deepest secret to our whole school. Word is out. I hide it any longer. She just smiled and nodded before starting to pedal. No using your wings to win any races, she says, smiling at me, a competitive yet calm smile. Ha! With how fast you've gotten, I might need to if I have any chance at winning. I spread my wings open and burst forward to catch up to her. Emma, come on, no! She laughed and pedaled faster as I sped past her. She quickly caught up and we continued to race through the alleyways, finally free to admire all the trees, eat all the berries and apples, smell all the flowers if we really cared that much. If I really cared that much. But I didn't mind stopping for Star to smell the flowers. It made her happy, and at least for now, we were free.